in the Middle District of Alabama, a grand jury returned an 11-count indictment charging the Southern Poverty Law Center with 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of bank fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. Between 2014 and 2023, SPLC paid at least $3 million to 8 individuals at least. These individuals were affiliated with the Ku Klux Klan, United Klans of America, National Socialist Movement, Aryan Nations Affiliated Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club, the Nationalist Socialist Party of America, Nazis, and the American Front. According to the charges in the indictment, the SPLC is a nonprofit entity that purports to fight white supremacy and racial hatred by reporting on extremist groups and conducting research to inform law enforcement groups with the goal of dismantling these groups. As the indictment describes, the SPLC was not dismantling these groups. It was instead manufacturing the extremism it purports to oppose by paying sources to stoke racial hatred.
I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi Bahasham Ha-Raka Kodash. Double honors to our apostle elders which rule Great Millstone Well, and Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, Wa Abba Babal. As you heard from the U.S. government, that the Southern Poverty Law Center, was committing money laundering with so-called white supremacist groups. But they accused the Israelites of hatred and racism and lied on us, calling us black, right? Look at that. They say black, racist black Hebrew Israelites. See, we're not black. We're different shades of brown. You even got Israelites that look like so-called Caucasians. See? So this shows you the wicked is ruling the world, and they cover the faces of the judges thereof by hiding the truth, right? They lie, and they support the lie with their money and position of power, which this whole system is built on a bunch of fucking goddamn lies. Like Christianity is a goddamn lie. Patriotism is a goddamn lie. All right? Fiat currency is a goddamn lie. All right? Democracy is a goddamn lie. All right? The so-called white race, they have built their whole wicked-ass society on goddamn lies, like calling themselves white and calling us black. You know, because they lie. They accuse us, which they're going to be cast down. The accuser of our brother, right, the Israelites, is cast down right before our eyes. And this is what's going to happen to all our enemies, all right, all our enemies that accuse us. All right, so it says in Revelation 12:10, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation, the strength and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. Which, that's what they were set up to do, was to accuse the Israelites. All right? But you see that they're cast down. They got revealed for their wickedness. You see? And this is going to happen all the way up to the elite of the so-called white race, which is really the motivator of all these institutions that are set up against the Israelite. All right? Even world powers are going to crumble before us because they're built on goddamn lies. All right? That's why our prayer is Abba Babal, Abba Babal, Abba Babal. May the Lord bring Babylon into slavery. All right? Bring these heathen into slavery. First destruction, then slavery through their elite being preserved in billionaire bunkers And when they survive the nuclear destruction of America, which is the judgment of this great whore, they're going to come out those bunkers outside of America, because nothing will survive in America, and they're going to go right into chains. They're going into slavery, worse than what we suffered in the transatlantic slave trade, all right, or any other time before. All right, they're going to have to pay for them accusing us. They're going to have to pay for them moving against us. I've been seeing a lot of these Jake that are in prison doing 27 years. The last one did like 10 years. And they're being set free. Why? Because they were accused falsely by the so-called white race. The red devil the Bible speaks of, Esau, Edom. And as it says, as you sow, you shall reap. See, so you're going to get exactly what you fucking deserve, you fucking piece of shit. All right, you fucking caveman. I'm so glad to see this. This really made my day. You know? It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, because we are Israelites, and Yahushua paid with his blood as an Israelite for the Israelites to be not condemned by their sin to death. So now we're seeing our oppressor come condemned, because we're liberated through Yahushua. So now they're trying to accuse us before all power day and night, and it's literally bouncing off of us and sticking to them. All right? This is happening all over these Edomites' wicked-ass system. Look at Pam Bondi. Look at Christy Nome. Look at Nero 47 and the Epstein files. All right? More and more is going to come out. This is going to tear. The Lord's going to tear their system apart, first with truth and then with fire. It says, and by the word of their testimony, that's what they don't like. That's why great fear fell upon them, because they see us standing up on our feet telling the truth. So they got to make up a bunch of fucking lies against us, because they're nothing but a fucking liar. And they love not their lives unto the death, because they're going to want to put us to death. All right? Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, which is talking about the Israelites that believe in the gospel, which is the word of Yahweh, the Holy Scripture, speaking about Yahushai. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, the so-called white race, the wicked, is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And they know. They know. And they're collapsing right before our eyes. They know they're failing. Just like Haman in his time, when he was trying to persecute the Malachi and the Israelites, right? Even his wife told him, she said, if you already fall before Malachi, you're guaranteed to completely fall. Let me pull it up. It is in Editions of Esther, I believe. Let me see. It's at the bottom of one of these chapters. Here it is. It's in Esther 6. I was thinking Esther 16, the editions of Esther 16, but it's Esther 6. And it says here in verse 13, and Haman, which is an Edomite, told Zeresh, his wife, and all his friends everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise men and Zeresh, his wife, unto him, if Mordecai the Israelite be the seed of the Jews, which it was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which the northern kingdom was already in the western hemisphere of the earth, before whom thou hast begun to fall, which they already begun to fall before us. Their system is already collapsing. Their reputation is already being revealed that they're the devil, they're the liar, they're the accuser of our brethren, the Israelite. Who are they funding? The so-called white race groups, racist groups. The so-called white the so-called Caucasian, the Edomite racist groups like a KKK group, a NAZI group. All right? It says, before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him, but shalt surely fall before him. So if they're already falling, they're being revealed as the devil, right? Just like the wizard in the Wizard of Oz was revealed, right? The only thing is for their system to end. That's the only thing. They only have a little bit of time before their system completely collapses. All right? And really it's gonna economically fail, and then they're gonna bring out the implantable microchip to make it mandatory to try to re-grasp power over the world to try to secure dominance, but it's gonna fail. Everything they do against us is gonna fail. They already began to fall, so they are sure to fail. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Wa abal babal.